Hi everyone, welcome to Rock Your Foundation. My name is Jody Stein. Hop on, join me. I'm going to do some makeup first and then I'm going to throw in some curls with my L'ange flat iron. And I know I've done a hair video before, but I had a lot of people say that it was too fast and they couldn't really tell what I was doing. So we're going to try to do it live. I won't spend a huge amount of time on it because I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm just going to throw on some quick makeup and then I will do the hair at the end. How is everyone today? Happy Monday. My Monday started off with a fantastic YouTube video by John Krasinski, which was perfect timing because I finished watching The Office last night on Netflix. And someone had shared a YouTube video that he did, and it is called Some Good News. It's called SGN, and he decided to make a YouTube channel that was going to be strictly for all good news, and it was really good. It was about a 15-minute video, and he had a couple of surprises in there, which I won't spoil for you. If you want to go check it out, you can go over to, you could search for it on YouTube, but if you just want to go over to my personal page, I shared it there. So it was really good. All right, I'm just throwing on some spray foundation, even everything out. I've already done my skincare. I already threw my mattifying primer on. Mattifying primer is a game changer. We have 3 primers now. The mattifying primer will be available April 1st, and I think I have 3 ladies who want that. So I'm going to place an order. I'm going to place an order for my local friends, my local customers, and then I will also be posting a link for purchase on April 1st. I will post that here on this page, and I will also post it in my beauty group, which is Jody's Beauty Secrets. Okay, I'm going to take this foundation down on my neck and a little bit on my chest here, just to kind of even everything out. Okay. So that is it. That is it for the spray foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my setting powder. We're just going to do a light dusting of that all over my face. Hi Teresa, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. My faithful friend. I can always count on you to hop on with me, and I appreciate it. So I saw on Facebook yesterday that President Trump has extended the social distancing for another month until April 30th. And it just seems like we're living in a movie, doesn't it? Seems surreal. Okay, so let's see. Let's do some bronzer, blush, highlight, and then I'll do my setting spray to just kind of push that the powder into my skin. Oh, thank you, Teresa. You brightened my day as well, so thank you. So this is actually Sunset. Last week I was using Malibu, but I realized Malibu is out of stock and I'm not sure when it is coming back. There is no date on the product. So I'm just going to use Sunset because this is one that is available, and it is also a really beautiful color and it goes with everybody's skin tone. It's just that if you have a little bit darker skin tone, you'll just want to build up the color of this bronzer, where Malibu is the darkest shade. We also have a medium shade. It's called Hermosa, but you do have to be a little bit careful with Hermosa because it can tend to be a little bit on the orange side, and nobody wants an orange bronzer, which is why I always gravitate towards Sunset or Malibu. Sunset is the perfect shade, in my opinion. Okay, done. Do blush. I'm actually going to turn this flat iron on now. Okay, and let it warm up. Do my setting spray. I really like this trick because it pushes the setting powder into my skin and it just kind of melts everything. And it really gives you that flawless foundation look. Do a little bit down here. All right, now we're going to go in with some highlighter. Hi Sue, thanks for dropping on. How are you? Did anybody watch American Idol last night? We're getting down to where they're announcing the top 20, but then I think that's going to be the end of the show, which makes me super sad. Okay. Let's go ahead now and work on my eyes. I'm going to do my brows and eyes with palette 1. This palette is still available. It is on sale through tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. We have 7 palettes and 3 of them are out of stock. So I'm not really sure if what the level or how many they have available of these at the warehouse. But I'm pretty confident there's a healthy supply. So this is palette 1. And we are going to use a combination of Chipper and Forthright for my brows. Those are the matte shades in this palette. Oh boy. I think I still have some, I did purple brows the other day and I think I still have some purple in this brush. So I just had to wipe that out. Okay. So if you're hopping on for the hair, that's going to be a few minutes out. So if you want to come back for that, I totally understand. We never know until, they never tell us until the 1st. So we will know, as presenters, we will know by, I believe, by 7:30 a.m. Central Time on the 1st. So what is today, the 30th? So on Wednesday. We will know on Wednesday. We always get some sort of clue though, and if you're good at figuring out clues, then a lot of times a lot of people guess what it is, and they are right. Actually, now that I think about it, there was a clue already, and I am almost positive that the April Kudos is going to include a mattifying primer. I actually do remember seeing that somewhere. So I'm positive it will include a choice of a primer, which you can choose the mattifying primer, but I don't know what the other items will be in that bundle. Which, that's very exciting because I didn't think I needed a mattifying primer. I always thought mattifying was strictly for oily skin, which I do not have oily skin. I have normal skin. Sometimes a little bit combination in my T-zone area. So I tried the mattifying primer just so I could let you guys know what I think about it. And I haven't used anything since I've gotten this in the mail. It's my favorite. So we have Glorious Primer, which was more of silicone-based primer, which worked really, really well for me. I've used that primer. I've used that primer since 2015. And then last year, at the end of the year in 2019, we launched a hydrating primer, which I thought would be really good for the super dry months in the winter. It worked, but it was almost a little bit too hydrating for me. Because again, my skin is normal to combination to dry, but this mattifying primer, it's my favorite. Okay. Need to fill in a little bit more on this side. Then we're going to go in with some concealer and carve them out. All right. That looks a little bit better. Now, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm going to clean up the edges of these brows and just kind of make them a little bit more crisp and clean. So I just take some concealer on this flat brush. This is a crease brush, not a crease brush, a cream shadow brush. It's nice because it's flat. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to kind of brighten up in my forehead area too with that concealer, and I'm going to come down a little bit right here, just on the bridge of my nose. Just kind of do some contouring. All right, so now we're just going to blend this in, blend it out. And I'm using the powder concealer brush that I did for my setting powder. Okay, they just look super crisp, cleaned up. Looks like I just had them microbladed. So I do love palette 1 for my brows, and I also love palette 4 for my brows too. But palette 1 just seems to have both of those shades that I like for the two different, for the lighter in the front and the darker towards the back. I'm just doing some setting powder on top of that concealer. Okay, I think we can move on to the eyes. I'm really embarrassed to say that we did not, Teresa. I don't know what our problem was. So we got up, I made lunch, and then we watched Mass through our church. And then we all just kind of went our separate ways in the house, and we didn't. I'm kind of embarrassed by that, but I don't know. I feel like we just all kind of needed a day where we just really, I don't know, did nothing, I guess. Anyway, I am embarrassed about that because it was so gorgeous outside. And when I went to take the garbage out, and I knew that I had wasted an incredibly nice day. But it's a nice day today, so I think I'm going to go for a walk this afternoon. All right, so let's move on now that I'm embarrassed. We are going to do, let's see. I think I'm just going to go in with this color right here, Brassy. And I'm going to apply that with my ring finger, and we're going to pop that right here in the inner part of my eye. We all came together for American Idol. And then we hung out until it was time to go to bed again. Okay, see where I'm placing that? I'm going to do a little bit more over here. So I'm kind of bringing it up high too. Okay, now, where is my fluffy crease brush? There it is. I need to clean it because it still has purple on there. So I'm just taking my brush cleaner. It is a dry brush cleaner, which means that your brushes will not get wet. So you just do a couple of sprays on your brush that you want to clean and get any product off of, like in purple eyeshadow, and then you just swirl that onto your towel, and then it's clean, okay? Which is really, really nice when you're working with different colored eyeshadows. You won't get them all in and like mix them all together, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go in with the color Zealous. That is this one right here on the end. It has some gold flecks to it, but it's not it's not a super metallic shade. It's just very subtle. And I'm gonna focus that right here on the, I'm gonna keep my eye open because I need to bring it up because I have hooded eyes. Ugh. Okay. And I'm just gonna build that color up right here on the outer corner. and just kind of melt that into, or blend that into the first color that I did. So I think this is just going to be a 2 eyeshadow look today. It's going to be very simple. And then I'm going to take a little bit, run it right here on my lower lash line, just on that outer part. Okay, then we're going to go in with that blending brush and just soften the edge. But look at how pretty that is. Super simple. It's as simple as can be, but it also, with that gold color in the inner part of my eye, just makes it super pretty. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this eye. I'm going to bring my mirror down so you guys can see. We're just going to build it up. Thank you. I like it too. Just make sure it's even. Okay, soften that edge. Kind of blend it a little bit together, but still not so much where you don't see both colors. You want to see both colors, but you want it to have no harsh edges, okay? I think that's good. I'll go in with some mascara. I'm not even going to do, the last couple times that I did my makeup, I actually kind of forgot to do liquid eyeliner on my top lashes. Oh my goodness, this is going to drop. Hang on. Okay. I almost dropped you guys. I forgot to do liquid liner on my top lash line, and I actually really preferred it a lot better. So I was kind of thinking maybe I don't need liquid liner on the top anymore. Especially when I'm just doing an everyday, super easy makeup look. All right, so got lash primer. Now we'll go in with 4D. Move that over a little bit. Okay. So I start at the base and I kind of wiggle the wand up and roll as I go to the tips of my lashes. All right. Okay, move on to the other eye. So I had a friend message me, and she had mentioned that when she put the eye primer on, she could still see the white kind of through her lashes when she would do her mascara. So I suggested just doing one eye at a time, and as soon as you put that eye primer on, don't let it dry, and go in immediately with your mascara, and it works so much better. And she tried it and she agreed that it worked a lot better for her. So a lot of these things are just trial and error, seeing what works for you. And if you guys have any tips and tricks, feel free to share them, because I love trying new things too. And I am a 2-coat mascara girl, but I will do the second coat when I hop off here. I don't want to take too much time doing that. Okay, lashes are on. Let's go ahead and do my lips. I'm going to grab Pompous, if I can find it. Of course, it's going to be the last one that I grab. Maybe I don't have it here. Okay, I actually am going to grab this one. I can't find the one I wanted. So we're going to go ahead and grab Purposeful. It is more of a purple liner. It's actually an eyeliner, but I use it on my lips as a lip liner. Okay. All right. I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. This is called Stellar. It is a brown nude. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of that concealer. We're going to ombre this out. So I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer that I used around my brows. And we're going to just dab that in the center. Just like that. That's really going to help my lips look more full. Because I need all the help I can get in that department. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my highlight, that iridescent one, which I put on my cheekbones, and we're going to grab this little brush. That's it. I got fuller looking lips. All right, so that is the makeup. I'm going to do some setting spray. That's the makeup portion of this video. Now I'm going to move on to hair. We'll see how this goes. I've never done my hair live, so I'm a little nervous, but whatever, right? I need to play around with it. All right, so this is my L'ange Le Reve flat iron. I absolutely love this flat iron. It has, what I love about it, it has an auto shut off. So if you forget to turn it off, it will automatically shut off. And then it also has a temperature control. So I typically go between 370 or 410. But today I'm just going to keep it in between those two numbers and go with 390. So I've had that on while I was doing my makeup. Kind of push this stuff out of the way. And we're going to take this little bun out of my hair. And what I like to do then is just kind of finger comb through it. So I typically, lately I've been actually sleeping when I go to bed at night. I put that front part of my hair up and it gives me a lot of volume the next day. I don't know, I mean, you guys can definitely see that. And I do love that because, you know, I grew up in the 80s, so I still like a lot of volume in my hair. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of comb through the back here with this little brush. And I'm going to back you guys up so I can see. So I have a little bit more space here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so I love this protective texture spray. Walmart used to sell it, and then I can't find it there at all anymore. Target also has it, but the last time I tried to get it, which was a couple of months ago, they did not have it, so I found it online on Target. Target.com, I found this online. It is SGX NYC, and it is called The Bodyguard, and it is a 24-hour humidity shield body and shine light hold texture spray. Love this stuff. All right, so now what I'm going to do is we're just going to add in some flat iron curls. I'm just going to grab sections of my hair like so. And then we're just going to, boom, you got a flat iron curl. So I just continue to take small sections. And what I do is I take it down to the base, but I don't let it, you know, sit on there, so I don't want to burn my hair. But I start at the root and flip it out. And then I just kind of, I don't go all the way down to the end. I just let that come out. And the important thing when you're working with curls that I have learned by watching other people's videos is to let the curls cool down before you run your fingers through them. So I was always guilty of that, and I could never figure out why my hair wasn't looking like all these beautiful girls when they would do these videos. And I kept watching them, and all of them would say that you need to let the curls cool before you run your fingers through them. It'll hold the shape of the curl much better. So I'm going to come under here and grab this piece. I'm going to get that out of the way. Okay, so that's kind of how I do that section of my, so I know it's backwards for you guys because the Facebook Live reverses my image. So this is actually the right side of my head, and this is the left side of my head. The top of your head is not showing all the way up. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try to get that up. Is that better? Is that better, Sue? Okay, so now I'm going to grab this section right here. It's kind of towards the crown, my crown. And okay, so that gives me a lot of volume in that crown area. But again, my trick is to sleep with, when I came on the camera and you saw half of like that little top knot, I sleep with that, and that gives me a lot of volume. All right, now I'm going to grab a little clip here. And I'm going to just take this section. So this I did in the video that I recorded, but it was a little bit, it was definitely, I sped it up. So I take that whole section of my hair and I just clip that away. And we're going to just start working from this back here. I don't focus a lot on the back of my head because it's much shorter back there and I don't want to have those tight curls back there. So I have found through trial and error that just by doing what I'm doing now, I can kind of make it look like there's curls back there, but I'm not actually curling it. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but okay. That's as best as I can explain it. All right, and it feels good to get ready today. I did not get ready on Saturday or yesterday, and maybe that was probably part of my problem yesterday, is when you don't get ready, this is me, I just don't feel motivated. Just move up a little more, and that'll be good. So is that better, Sue? Maybe I need to push you guys back a little bit more. How is that? Can you see everything? All right. There, it's better. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this little section right here. I'm not going to curl it. I'm just going to kind of, I'll show you what I do. So I take the flat iron and I take it down and I just kind of go like this. So it just kind of goes away from my face. And I think that's good. So we got that section. Now I can bring this down. But I'm just going to work with another smaller section. So I'm going to divide that in half. So on this side of my head, the left side of my head is where most of my hair is. So whenever I go in and get my hair cut, which will be a long time now, I always tell her I don't need a lot off of, like, when I get it texturized, I rarely get this side of my head texturized because there's just not a lot of hair over on that side. All right. And then I just kind of pull it down. I don't run my fingers through it, but I just kind of pull it down like that. Okay. and I tend to take the curls away from my face. Once in a while, I'll switch directions, but for the most part, I am taking them, like I'm curling them away. All right. So I'm going to take this whole section right here. I'm not going to do a traditional curl. I'm going to tilt it down, and we're just going to go like this. So that one is a little bit more straight, more of a straight down curl, if that makes sense. All right, now we can work on this last section of hair. And all right. Look at all that volume you get. I love that. Okay, another small section. We're almost done. Again, I did not really even touch the back of my head. I mean, because let's be honest, really no one's going to see it when you can't go anywhere. I'm going to do one more curl of this section, and then I'm going to show you, then I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with this part right here. So, yeah, we're going to do one more. Just like that. And then we're going to take this last piece right here, and we are going to just flip that over like this. Okay? So now what I do normally for you guys, I'll go through this. This section should be cooled off already. This section is all going to be warm, but I'm going to go through them just to show you. But normally you'll want to let them set. So just don't touch them for at least a good 5 minutes. You don't want them to feel warm to the touch at all. It's going to give you the best results. So now I'm going to take this texturizing spray, and I'm going to just kind of lift my hair up like this and go into the roots like that. And we're going to spray the back and up here. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to kind of lift it up in sections. And it looks crazy. But again, I would normally let, I'm going to let that set. I'll put some of this stuff away. Oh, there was Pompous. That was the one liner I was looking for. Shoot. All right. I like the way this turned out too. So I'm going to let that dry, that texturizing spray dry, so it doesn't feel wet. And I'll just put some stuff away here. You know what? I'll just do a second coat of mascara while I'm waiting for those to dry. So Sue, was this better than watching the sped up video where it's hard to see what I'm really doing? I hope this was better. I'm gonna have to take my friend Lisa on it too. She was wishing that it didn't go so fast as well. All right, let me just put some of this stuff away. Okay, now that it has had a chance to set, and it's the spray is wet and my curls are cooled down, I'm just going to kind of finger style this really. That's all I typically do, is run my fingers through it. So it's kind of like a messy beach wave curl, just like that. And look at all that volume I've gotten. Sometimes my hair does not have a lot of volume for whatever reason. My hair has a mind of its own. And so a lot of times I will have to take this comb right here. I love this comb. It has like 3 rows of bristles, and I will back comb. So even though I have a lot of volume, I'll still show you what I do. So I just take like a section of hair like this, and I will just kind of back comb it, and then rub my, just kind of push it up with my fingers. Hi Sabra. I thought I was supposed to go to work today, so I got ready this morning. Yes, exactly. I did not get ready Saturday or Sunday, and it just makes a huge difference. All right, so now, since this whole side of my head is a lot thinner than the side of my hair, because I don't have a lot of hair over here, because that's where my part is, I'm going to take a section right here. I'm going to just back comb that a little bit, and then just kind of push that volume up with my fingers. So I hope this was helpful. And then what I do is, I didn't bring my hairspray down because I didn't want to have hairspray hair. Oh, good. Let me know what you think. So I am just going to do a little bit of spray, this texturizing spray, and then this will be good. I do like to run a little bit of my, I have 2 different hairsprays I love, and one of them is Kenra, and I believe the number on it is 25. And then the other one that I love is from Lanza. That's actually what my hairstylist uses on my hair. She uses Lanza products, and I do love that hairspray as well. So I can either tuck this behind my ear like that, or I can leave it out. And if I leave it out, I really like it to look piecey, like this. I can take a picture of the back when I'm off here, but I'm telling you, I really don't do anything to the back of my hair because it is, it's shorter in the back, so it really, if I try to curl it, it looks like I got a perm, and I don't like that look. So I have typically just been leaving the back alone, and by having these curls, I can kind of push up the volume in the back, and then it looks like it has waves to it, but not those tight perm curls, okay? So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I can't recommend this flat iron enough. I've used this brand for about 2.5 years, and I love it. My hair loves it. I love it. It makes it so easy to use. Do a section there. Okay? That's a lot of volume. Maybe some of you don't like that much volume, but I do. All right, we're going to spritz on some perfume. And that's it. That is my makeup and hair for today. If you guys liked the hair, let me know. If you are wanting to network this video out, just click the share button. I would greatly appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday and enjoy your week. I think they're forecasting some snow this week for us up in North Dakota. I know that it won't last, so I guess it doesn't bother me too much. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.